the people who have something to prove, they are like children inside, and they are compensating for their tiny skill penis. And I'm sorry, it's just this behavior mixed with ignorance is not a good look. And that's all I have to say. That's all the trolling I had.
New York
And those are just people who like introduce people to each other too.
yeah, like you like go to someone and you pay them to like find you a partner.
That's what I did for soda.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Well done.
Yep, there you go. I was just waiting for
What'd
it.
you find? Tell me about.
Yeah, I got soda pop and a girlfriend. Name's Vebe. It's working out really great. So, you know, he thanks me every day for it. Actually, it's insane.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, he totally does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And no, I think it's really not a surprise. And you're right. I think it's probably like that, the culture of abundance, right? Where it's like, it's simultaneously feast and famine. You have all these people that you can look at, but none of them are talking to you. And it's just, I think like that whole Instagram, social media, especially with like all the filters and stuff, and you know, you see somebody, I mean, I'm going to be real. I've been to TwitchCon. I've met some of these people. They do not look like the way they do on the internet. And that's just how it is. I'm sure maybe people might think that about me, right? I don't know. But, yeah.
Tectone is way taller than I thought he was.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Dude, I feel the same way about me.
Uh-huh.
Because my camera angle is so good. And then
I like him a lot, and he's also my same size. He's 6 foot. He's a little bit bigger than me. He's 2 inches taller than me, which is kind of crazy. But he's probably about the same size as me. It's probably bigger than him. And it's weird. Like, we're so similar, but you wouldn't catch me fucking dead. My mother would be affronted if I said I don't know what a caste system is. She would be like lecturing me. She'd be like, you cannot be this stupid. You can't be that stupid. We cannot afford that kind of ignorance in modern America. You don't know what a caste system is? That's like insane to me. I'm sorry, but there's this line I draw sometimes because they fancy themselves nerds and intellectuals, but they didn't read books. They don't have a very, very extensive vocabulary. They don't have diction and grammar, and they say weird things that I just don't even know how it's possible. They don't know what a caste system is. I'm sorry, did the school just never teach you about government ever? Because pretty much I'm fairly sure most public schools in our systems, even the bad ones that teach Ebonics, they force you to learn about the US government and the systems that it comes with, and then they force you to learn what the differences are between democracy, caste system, monarchy, communism, socialism, authoritarian law, martial law, military law, blood law, all this other stuff, and they force you to learn this stuff in the second or third grade so that if we ever have to go to a world war, you might be able to comprehend why. And so the caste system comes up. They're like, yeah, there's a very interesting class of people that use the same system that bugs do, which is that if you're born into a job as a worker ant or a breeder ant or a queen ant or a fucking, like whatever, you're stuck as a worker ant or a soldier ant or a queen ant your whole fucking life. Now, you might be the queen, so maybe that particular time on the coil, they believe in reincarnation. I kind of did too. So like that time on the coil, you were a queen, but another time on the coil, you were a soldier ant, and another time on the coil, you were a fucking breeder ant, and another time on the coil, you were a streamer, and another time you're on the coil, you were a gamer, and another time on the coil, you were Hitler, and another time on the coil, you were Mother Teresa, and then another time you were Gandhi, and another time you were Hemingway, and another time you were this, and they believe that you spiritually rise above through service and like community growth and piety and hard work, and they don't have lazy systems like us. They don't sit there and get fat. They don't, that's just not in there. It happens, but it's only with the elderly, I don't think. So like, it's kind of crazy. Like, you guys might remember Slumdog Millionaire. That's a good example of the caste system. And the only way that you can rise out of the caste system is winning the lottery. That's it. It's the only legal way, I think. The only legal way to leave the lower class caste system in India is either for some reason being denoted king for your superior intellect or something, I don't know, in time of war, or taking some kind of crazy governmental position that you just sort of cotton to because you were a good soldier or something, and you just happen to be like, you know, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or I mean, I'm trying to talk in American terms because I'm sure they have them in Hindu terms too, you know, like through special service, they gave you a congressional medal of honor. So now instead of a lower class soldier, you're a middle class soldier. But either way, you've got to either win the lottery or prove through service to the prime minister or something, through special service or some kind of special thing or something. Like maybe you invented something that ends poverty or ends starvation in India or something, so they really want to honor you, so they let you out of the lower class system. But that's what you should understand about caste systems, is you cannot leave your fucking station in life, which is to me basically the worst thing that the humanity can do, is dooming you to a life that you can't rise up against and rise above. And so, you know, I just despair when, like, anybody over the age of 10 doesn't know what a caste system is, because it's like, God damn it, if you don't know what it is, we're doomed to repeat it, and you'll be stuck in the lower class all your fucking life, whether you're a streamer or not. I don't want to be doomed to repeat stuff like caste system where, you know, you can't, you remember that song Uptown Girl by Billy Joel? That used to kind of be something in this country. Uptown girl, she's been living in her white bread world, but I'm a really drunk low class guy. I can really sing, so she might marry me, but she's really out of my class and all that shit. I'm ad-libbing here because I can't remember the lyrics. I'm very tired, but like, I mean, that whole song is about that. It's about leaving your station, which is the caste system, and we have it in America too. You can't just step to Kim Kardashian and marry her if she gets a divorce from what's his name, and you know, and she goes on the market. The likelihood of some Pop Smoke rapper rising to the top and marrying Kim Kardashian would hopefully be just as good as anybody else's. If I know I don't know Kim Kardashian, but let's just hope that she's a good person. I don't know her. I don't know you. I don't know her. I don't know shit about Kim Kardashian. I don't want to. Her life is her business. So let's say you're Pop Smoke and you want to marry fucking, and you got a little bit of clout, and you might be leaving the lower class, but mainly for upper middle, not upper. You know, you're not going to the upper class, not from the lower, not in America, not in India. The caste system is one of the worst things that any governmental system has ever done, and I think of that as essentially self-induced. What is it? It's self-induced inferiority. They have so many people that they just don't want some pauper rising to the top of their governmental system and taking it over, whether he's rich or not. They just don't want that. They don't want lower class rising above their station. It's what we used to hate about the British, you know what I'm saying? If you ever watch like Downton Abbey, you begin to understand how really uptight they were about that fucking shit. If you were poor, you're poor. If you're rich, you're rich. You can't just translate from one to another. You can't just jump classes without like basically crazy wartime service, winning the lottery, or inventing something that changed the world. I'm talking things that we remember, like the polio virus and shit like that. Like Jonas Salk or something. You can't just jump from lower to upper class, and it's one of the worst things in this fucking world. You couldn't ever convince me otherwise. And so for anybody who doesn't know what a fucking caste system is, I'm just like, now I can't intellectually ever listen to you again. And I don't believe in that kind of blocked out like black and white sort of like you know, exclusionist thinking. I don't think thinking thoughts like maybe this guy's worthless intellectually. I try not to think thoughts like that, but I despair when I hear some of the things that comes out of their fucking mouths. Ignorant as hell. I expect better. I expect mighty things out of that generation, and this is not it. It is not it. I'd take him to task like Hassan would. Hassan would lecture him for a fucking hour, and so would I. Like I just did. This shit matters. And no, I don't identify as some fucking communist or some socialist or like I'm pushing or extolling or even like I am speaking out against the virtues of a shitty caste system where you can't rise above your station, or maybe more, even worse, maybe you don't want the crown anymore and you want to abdicate to somebody who's more responsible, younger, and more capable and able to take it. But because you're in the caste system, you can't abdicate. You're forced to do it. There's all these other problems like in caste system and stuff that I'm not even brushing on. I could pull a YouTube video about this to show you that I'm not just making this up as I go. The problems with caste systems, right? We'll look into this for like 5 minutes because it was really caused me to despair what that guy said. It's like an existential fucking, like, you know, it's like an existential crisis for me, caste system. But it's an even worse existential crisis for me when he says, yeah, what's a caste system? And I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying I despair. I despair when I hear it. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Here, sad girl.
Will not amount to anything. That of a Vaishya, you may lose a meal. That of a Kshatriya, you may lose a limb. And that of a Brahmana, you may lose everything. And you had also stated that this Varna system was not based on birth, but was based on the occupation that person had. And they are doing their duties. How is the power of one more than
This is a class system which became a caste system over a period of time, thousands of years, and then it became discriminatory, unfortunately. Anyway, suppose a man who is sweeping the streets got angry with you. At the most, he will take some filth and throw it at you. But a big businessman in the town got angry with you. He will do something else too. Kshatriya means today a police officer or a political leader got angry with you. Much bigger damage will happen to your life. This is what is being spoken. You started off with Shudra as less cursing power. That is, so even today, isn't it, those who are doing menial jobs, do they have the same capacity to damage your life as a person who is in power? That's all that's being spoken about.
The curse of a Shudra will not amount to anything. That of a Vaishya, you may lose a meal. That of a Kshatriya, you may lose a limb. And that of a Brahmana, you may lose everything. And you had also stated that this Varna system was not based on birth, but was based on the occupation that person had. And they are doing their duties. How is the power of one more than
This is a class system which became a caste system over a period of time, thousands of years, and then it became discriminatory, unfortunately. Anyway, suppose a man who is sweeping the streets got angry with you. At the most, he will take some filth and throw it at you. But a big businessman in the town got angry with you. He will do something else too. Kshatriya means today a police officer or a political leader got angry with you. Much in your
that in the next update of its
I know that most of America thinks, oh, this isn't America's problem. Why the fuck should I know about caste systems? Because we're in one. We're in one. The only way you can get out of the lower fucking class in this country is making $10 million in 10 years, or winning lottery, or doing some kind of service where the government gives you land, service, and a fucking title, like some kind of war hero. There's like 3 ways to do it. Otherwise, if you're in the lower class, you got a long 40, 50-year grind to maybe the lower middle class. If you're in the middle class, you're going to stay in the middle class. And if you're in the upper class, you're going to stay in the upper class unless you lose it all. Then you go down to the lower class. Upper class never go down to middle. They always drop to the low. They always lose everything all at once. So, you know, it's kind of fair in a way. It's just essentially Darwinism, but it's also a stacked fucking deck. The worst stacked deck we've ever had in humanity. And it's killing countries, and it's going to kill us if we don't even know what it is. And I would take him to task for it.
The 24th of April 2023 was not just any day, it was a day that went down in history. For the first time in many, many centuries, China officially ceased to be the most populous country in the world. On that day, the UN declared that in the next update of its population estimates, India would surpass China to take first place in the ranking of countries with the largest populations. In other words, India is by far the most populous country on the planet at the moment. According to the United Nations, more than 1.4 billion people live in India today, a figure that is expected to grow to almost 1.7 billion by the middle of the century. The countries on the screen will be the new demographic giants, and as you can see, leading all of them, and by far, will be India. It's an emerging economy with the discrete D leading all of them, and by far will be India. It's an emerging economy with the discrete D leading all of them, and by far will be India. It's an emerging economy with a discrete but active nuclear arsenal and a political presence that has begun to take off in recent years. Visual Politic viewers, India wants to capitalize on its status as the most populous country on Earth, and so now is seeking, among other things, to have a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. Even so, if instead of looking abroad we focus on the domestic matters of the country, we will find very different realities. For example, the caste system in this country is something of a popular mystery. Much is known about its existence, but not so much about how it actually works and what its consequences are. Because yes, in a way, the caste system still exists even though it has been decades since the law made it a target. And that has caused us at Visual Politic to ask ourselves a few questions. To what extent does the caste system still operate? How exactly does it work in modern India? Could this phenomenon be a kind of Achilles heel, capable of preventing the world's most populous country from prospering? Well, in this new Visual Politic video, we're going to try to find all the answers to those questions. So, let's get cracking. Lately, India has been catching on and is starting to make big headlines like these ones.
India wants key supply chain role as firms shift from China. 30 April 2023. Why everyone in business loves India right now. 21 June 2023. Legendary emerging markets investor Mark Mobius, who's known for his bullish views on China, is now setting his sights on India.
What's more, this emerging superpower has a relatively stable political system. From 2004 to date, there have only been two prime ministers. Firstly, Manmohan Singh of the Indian National Congress, and now Narendra Modi of the Indian People's Party. In other words, regardless of how controversial these political figures might be, the truth is that the system of government seems to be quite stable and predictable, two ingredients that are highly appreciated by foreign investors. So basically, India seems to have all the traits of a rising power: a growing economy, a growing military arsenal, a key geopolitical role between the West and the East, and a reasonably good relationship with Washington, Moscow, and even Beijing. At least as good as they could be if we take into account the historical mistrust between the two Asian giants. Nevertheless, I don't know. There is something that seems off to me. Wanting to be a rising power that in addition aspires to achieve the same economic success that the Asian dragons had, and then at the same time maintaining a system that classifies the population according to which caste or lineage they belong to, that doesn't really seem to add up, does it? But what exactly are castes? Basically, we are talking about the mother of all bureaucracies. A social order from which it is very difficult to escape, a very ancient form of social organization. We can trace its existence as far back as 3,000 years before Christ. Basically, this system consists of dividing people into different social groups known as castes, and it is hereditary. That is, if you are born into a caste, you usually remain in it for the rest of your life. Originally, castes were defined through varna, a word that in the Sanskrit language that translates as color, although in this case it does not refer to skin but to social classification. A classification that traditionally conditioned your whole life, the jobs you could do, who you could be related to, your role in society, and so on and so on. In this way, an attempt is made, or at least was made, to structure society as a whole.
Hindus divide people according to their past lives. At the top are the Brahmins, the priests and scholars. Then, the Kshatriyas are the rulers and soldiers. Below them are the Vaishyas, that is, the merchants and traders. And then, the Shudras, the workers. Finally, the Dalits are the untouchables, considered impure and unclean, unworthy of belonging to any caste. By tradition, they are the lowest link.
The fact is that all people born into a particular caste already have an assigned role in their social life. That is to say, they are faced with predetermined social and economic steps. And be careful, because we are talking about a classification that, besides the four major castes, actually has about 3,000 castes and almost 25,000 subcastes. And then there are the tribes, which are another classification, and then there are people who remain outside this system and who form the group known as the untouchables, the lowest.
So the takeaway here is your lot in life is predetermined at birth, and you can't go higher. It's a cap. It's like a level cap, essentially. It's a salary cap. It's a societal cap. If you're born lower class or middle class, you stay lower or middle class. You cannot rise to the depths of, or sorry, rise to the heights of fandom or kinghood unless you leave the country. You can't do it in India, right? Now the caste system has gotten less, but I mean it's still there. It is not usually possible for a commoner to become a king in India. And this is actually, I would say, one of the most important things about humanity is I believe it is really an inalienable right to say that almost anybody in the world can be anything that they want to be. They can become, if they do the hard work, if they get the right friends and they earn the right money and they do the right things and they vote the right way and they get the people together and they lead and they push. I believe that we can have Admiral Horatio Nelson's, you know, I really do. I believe we can still have people like that. And you can be a hero even if you're lower class. And I believe you should be able to rise above your fucking station if you work hard for it your entire life. But the caste systems are the antithesis of that. They want to bureaucratically look at an order designed upon the order of your birth and or your financial status and just tell you, okay, well, you're a poor kid, so that's what you'll be when you're 80. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter how hard you work or whether you pay your taxes or not or go to war for us or any of that. If you were born in the ghetto, you're going to die in the ghetto. And this is why I don't like caste systems, predetermination. Life is not predetermined. Life is what happens when you're making plans. Hit you with a cliche on that one. God would like it, I think. You know, God is what, you know, life is what happens when God's making plans, or Rama or Brahman or whatever your fucking personal your own personal Jesus is, right? And that's all I have to say about this.
Why the fuck don't I look like as good as I do on my camera, bro? It drives me insane. I didn't even mean to set it up that good, but my camera's just so insane. It's giving me like a weird, maybe body dysmorphia is a simple thing to it, but like for myself as well as like every single human being around. Because you're right, nobody looks like how they look on stream at all.
Yeah.
Nobody. I would say, actually, Emmy, you look the same.
Dude, I was just thinking about that because I feel the opposite way you do. Like, I'll be watching my VOD and see myself on camera, I'm like, oh my god, that's what I fucking look like. And I'll have like a 15-minute, like, I'm like, oh my god, and then it's fine.
Well, that's why you've got your jaw locked too, right? You're
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah, my muscle twitches.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
What?
So I have this problem that I developed from being on camera, where especially like on our group streams, like a lot of chat will be like analyzing my face, like, oh, Emmy looks upset or whatever. So I would be very self-conscious about how I hold my face.
This is body dysmorphia. It's horrible. It's the interest of others and how you look and how it jades your own personal image of yourself. And it's killing the young women. I watched it tear one of my friends apart almost. It looks like vanity, but it's actually just having the capacity to trust that you look okay despite the entire world essentially telling you that you don't.
And because of that, my jaw muscles would be so tense that I developed these like twitches, like my lips will like twitch.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't even like really notice it, but like people.
Neither do I.
Well, I'll like see some clips of it, like my lip will like do a weird thing, but whatever.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Fitbod is an app that helps you create a personalized workout unique to your needs, fitness level, and all the equipment.
What she just said was that she has a nervous tick due to her panic attacks, her OCD, and her, I don't know if she's OCD, but she looks like it, and her, a nervous tick, possibly Tourette's. And these are all body dysmorphic problems having to do with how nervous she feels about being in front of that camera, and what the people are saying to her and what they think about her. and it has nothing to do with reality. It is entirely in her head. It's not that, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make her sound like she's crazy or something. I'm saying that it doesn't matter what they say or what they think. She's still a beautiful girl. Like that song Christina Aguilera did about, you are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. That's a song about body dysmorphia that Christina Aguilera had. I'm not dumb to, I'm not like me. I'm not deaf to the complaints of some of the women over the last like 20 years. I love women, and like I don't know how you deal with that one, a nervous tick caused by your negative assessment of their assessment of you. And I don't know how to get around that other than telling you you're beautiful and words can't bring you down. I think Christina got it right. The best I can do is tell you you're a beautiful girl and you can't let those words bring you down.
You already own. If you caught the recent OTK Liftathon, you may have noticed my incredible strength. While that wimp Mizkif was on the ground crying like a baby, Asmon, Emru, and I were in the best shape of our lives. How, you might ask? With Fitbod. It learns from your previous workouts and adapts as you improve using advanced AI technology. You don't use a paper map to read directions or a landline to make calls. So why are you still using old, outdated workout plans that haven't been customized to work for you? Fitbod is the ultimate workout buddy that can help you keep track of exactly what you need to do to get in shape, whatever your goals may be. Whether you work out in the weight room of your living room, Fitbod has you covered with over 1,400 demonstration videos. And there's no better time to level up your fitness habit. Try Fitbod today. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free at fitbod.me/steak and eggs. That's FITBOD.me/steak and eggs.
We gotta get all y'all to like do yoga.
I love yoga.
And
So I wanted to ask you about that because like obviously now we're in a place where we're using these smartphones. You've got these AIs. You have like these massive technological apparatuses. But I think that whenever we talked the first time, you really made a big emphasis, and I think you do put a big emphasis on going back to basics of meditation, yoga, and like that physical learning kind of. And do you think that's something that like more people can benefit from?
100%, man. So,
Really?
so that like I think that, so like you kind of said, a lot of what we get from technology is like empty calories,
Okay.
right? So even simple stuff, like the way that all of us are sitting right now is wrong. Like the way that we're sitting, like is not how we're supposed to sit.
How we're supposed to sit?
So if you want to sit up straight,
Okay.
right? So there's a really,
don't.
I'll do it though.
No. So let's talk about this for a second.
Okay,
When you
yeah,
say I don't,
Yeah.
why not?
Because I'm so goddamn comfortable. It's crazy.
Okay, so if you're comfortable, then that's totally fine. But this implies that sitting up straight is not comfortable.
Oh, for sure. It's bad.
That's because we've never taught how to sit up straight. So if you guys want to sit up straight, there's one really easy principle.
All right.
Your knees should be lower than your hips.
Oh, what the hell? I don't think the couch lets me do that. I'm too big.
Exactly. So the reason that you hate sitting up straight is because no furniture is designed for you to sit up straight. So I'll teach y'all something cool, okay? So you guys know, like, okay, so I'm going to sit like this. So this is easy for me to sit up straight. You guys may not be able to do that. What you need to do,
No problem.
is if you sit on the cushion,
Okay. Oh, on the cushion?
but like that. Right? So half and half is right. And notice what happens to your back. It doesn't feel weird, or it does? So isn't that weird? That sitting up straight no longer feels weird?
Okay.
Right, so this is like, there's a really simple test that you can also do where if you sit at the edge of your chair and you put your feet out in front of you and you cross your legs, your back will naturally be straight.
So edge of your chair.
Yeah, so scoot back just a little bit. There you go.
Like this?
Yeah, does that feel better? I mean, you need to sit on pillow because you're somewhat tall too. So I mean, how does it feel to sit up straight?
This is all right.
No. You need to scoot the thing. Yeah. And you notice the difference now?
Yeah, definitely. I can feel it in my lower back.
Right? So this is where, and it's not your fault that you hate sitting up straight.
Yeah,
it's
I don't.
because you just can't.
I'm an ogre.
You're not an ogre. It's just human-sized furniture is too small. Well, maybe you're an ogre.
Not human.
You know, so I think there's a lot of stuff about like physical health and even like mood and stuff is like related to how we sit and like, you know, there's studies that show that Tai Chi and yoga are like beneficial for mood.
Yeah.
And so there's like a lot of stuff that I think that like, you know, you gotta clean out your place, you gotta eat healthy. You know, and it's not like you can't eat junk food from time to time, but
That's good.
you know, like vegetables, like, you know, we'll figure out. I feel like I want to get you to eat fruits and vegetables very strongly.
We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried.
Well, to be fair, I like lemons. I'm totally fine eating lemons.
Absolutely psychotic.
Yeah.
What is wrong? What is it about fruits and vegetables that makes it hard for you to do that?
Number one, they ain't nuggets. And number two, let's see, why do I not like them? I don't really like the taste. I don't like the texture. I think that's probably the main thing. Like,
So taste and texture.
texture is a big thing for me whenever I eat food. Like, for example, I don't like the texture of anything more than well done. And I know I sound like a complete animal.
Oh, I've seen your steak. Yes.
But to me, that is the pinnacle, right? I love that. It tastes so good. And luckily, it's only $2. And it's, you know, that's great. And so the reason why I don't eat more of it, more vegetables and stuff like that, is because it just simply doesn't taste that good. It doesn't taste as good as a steak.
Yeah. So this is where, like, you know, I know it's kind of a weird question, but like, why is it hard to do things that don't feel good or eat things that don't taste good?
The truth is because I lack the discipline and ability to do so. I used to do things that were bad for me just simply to exercise my ability to have self-control. I used to do this all the time, and
But like what, for example?
like hit myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I used to do this all the time. And I don't really do it anymore, right? I had to, one time I almost think I gave myself a concussion from like playing this game. And so that was the end of that. But otherwise, yeah. And like, so it's a lack of physical and like self-discipline. That's really the reason. Like, there's no excuse for it.
So, interesting thing. There's no Sanskrit word for motivation, really. There's a word for discipline, sort of.
Uh-huh.
But I think that in my experience, discipline is sort of like this boogeyman term where there are all kinds of problems that if you're not able to do something, you'll call it a lack of discipline.
Uh-huh.
So I'd say that 95% of people that I've worked with, they'll come in and they'll say, I'm not disciplined or I don't have enough willpower.
Yeah.
But oftentimes there's like some other problem. The simplest of which is that they weren't taught how to. And in the same way that, like, for example, if you say, I don't like fruits or vegetables, like,
Yeah.
so maybe there is a condition called ARFID, which is this, I forget exactly, restricted feeding disorder or something.
Yeah.
Where people, like, they can't tolerate, like, different textures. So there's something going on with their brain where, like, if you eat a food that is not, like, a chicken nugget or a french fry, like, it doesn't, it's triggers, like, signals of, like, this is dangerous and we
I
want
remember you told me about that, and it was like a really eye-opening experience because I had kind of like, it's almost like a fight or flight thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what it is, but man, I eat some stuff, nope, not gonna happen, just because of the texture.
And so, I mean, I think that when you say, like, you're not disciplined enough, I think that there's a lot of times where, you know, I just wonder also about circumstances and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen to you if we went and we stuck you in an ashram, like in India.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think that you would starve. Like, I think you would be okay.
Oh, I survive. I do whatever I need to do, right? It's like whenever we, you know, they had that big snowstorm. Oh, we had no power half the time, no AC or no heat, but it was fine. And you know what the craziest thing about it was? Is that I was happy the whole time. It's almost like whenever there's like hardship or stress, I feel more at ease or like more relaxed.
Does that happen?
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, I'm actually less stressed whenever things are more stressful.
Yeah, like for me, for example, this happened just this morning. I usually have a bunch of things I want to accomplish, but I'm realizing I've accomplished all of them, and I don't know what my next one is. And even though, like, before it was like paying back the government, like pay back your taxes, I'm like there. And now I don't know what the next goal is. So it's
Yeah.
like that's like it's so freaky in my brain to realize like what do I want because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so I think this is the kind of stuff that is like in the empty calories of today's society. Like, we're not taught how to find our purpose in life.
Yeah.
But there's like formulas for this, right? So you're saying I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
I'd say that then that's actually that question is half the problem, because it's not about what you should do next or what purposes is not what you should what you. So the fulfilling of desires is always going to be temporary. You can eat as many cookies as you want to. You can eat a cookie today. You can be satisfied. Desire for the cookie is going to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So desire, and what's really interesting, right, is here you are talking about, okay, like when I'm fighting for survival, I feel less stressed. So when your mind is focused towards something that's not even really a goal, it's not something, or it may be a goal, but it's not something that you want. No one is like, I want to be stuck in a snowstorm. And yet there's something about the way that our mind functions when we have a purpose that actually is like, even if things are objectively worse, we feel calmer. We're like, our mind is like tranquil and functional. Whereas like, especially in the streaming world, there's like all these metrics, right? And I got 20,000 concurrents yesterday.
Yeah.
Today I got 18.
Dying streamer.
Dying streamer. and then the one person says, you're washed up.
I knew it. Yep, I knew it. He was right. And well, the thing is, like, to me, like, because I've thought a lot about this, like, it's a phenomenon where, you know, whenever like a disaster is happening or something like that, I will feel more at ease. And I think that it's more, and I don't know if this is like a legit thing, but I never think about the future. I don't think about what's going to happen at some point. Like, it's one of the only times in my life where I can actually live and like you can just simply exist extemporaneously. And it feels so good, and it's something that you hardly ever get the opportunity to do.
I can't do that. I can never live in the now ever.
That you can whenever the fucking there's no power and
That's true.
you're in it's like freezing in the house, and you're like you've got a glass of water next to you and there's ice over it, and you've got like 10 blankets and you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
Then you're thinking about the now, and I feel good because I'm not thinking about, oh, what's going to happen whenever I get older, am I really, am I on the right path, like what's going to happen in 10 years, and all these things, like, well, these don't exist, right? Because you just simply exist extemporaneously, and it's like almost, I imagine it's almost like what being an animal is like, and it feels good.
Yeah, I mean, that's
like
also what enlightenment is persistently existing, this idea of enlightenment, that these like, Buddhas teaching
Yeah.
people to do. It's about existing in the present. So
Right.
if we look at it, like if you look at the fundamental nature of suffering, like anxiety is about stuff that hasn't happened yet.
Exactly.
And regret is about stuff that happened in the past.
Right.
And it's really interesting because even when people say, I feel anxiety in the present, what they're usually anxious about is the future consequences of your present actions.
Right.
And so this whole existing, I mean, that's why people meditate, because meditation is one of the simplest ways to exist in the present.
Yeah. To just like acknowledge the present rather than like constantly thinking about something else, because I'll realize that, like I'll walk through my house and my house is like it's not good, but I don't even know it. Like I'm not even aware of it. Like there will be, like for a while there was like a dead rat in one of my rooms, and it's like I just turn that off, and it's like I don't know how to not do that. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Because it's like it's a very big strength that I have, but it also is a massive weakness in other ways, in other aspects of my life.
How big is your house?
It's like a 5-bedroom, nice, like it's a working class neighborhood.
Yeah. I maybe you would have an easier time wanting to fix that stuff if you had like if every issue in your house was like right next to you. If you had like a smaller house or something, I don't know.
I don't know. It depends. Like
Yeah.
if I just don't have to look at something, and even if I do have to look at it, I'm thinking about something else. So it's like it's not even there. And it's been like a massive advantage to me in life to be able to just kind of turn that stuff off. But there's also a dark side of that too.
Ignoring a dead rat is crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
it's just still there.
No, I had to get rid of it.
Okay.
How come?
Because like so I was cleaning up my old room, and it was like just there, and it's like Well, I didn't really even have. It wasn't. It's complicated, right? Because so like the rat was there, and then like I stopped using that room, so I closed the door so it didn't smell bad, and then I went to clean it up a few years later, and then it was like halfway like melted onto a hard drive or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty gross. But yeah, I mean, it was like a thing where the house would get hotter in like the morning, and the rat, it would like kind of like almost cook the rat a little bit, and it would wake me up with the smell, and so I would wake up at like 7 in the morning every day.
What are you doing?
I live like a fucking degenerate. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I have no idea.
I mean, do you think something is wrong with you?
You know what the worst part is? No.
Yeah, I can.
Sick.
Right? So and that's where. Yeah. I mean, I think this is where when we think about, okay, is something wrong with me, right? So
Yeah.
based on whose standard. So I think a big part of it is when you say that you don't have discipline. I don't think that's gonna work for you because it's not about discipline. What you need to do is cultivate wanting.
Care about, yeah, like that's
Yeah,
the thing. It's like
right.
I was doing this a lot with like working out because it was like for a while I was like, okay, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna start doing this, and then there would always be something that would get in the way of it, and I wouldn't do it. And then I had to come to Jesus moment where it was like, okay, look, you would make time for this if you wanted to do it, and it's like purely the fact that I'm not doing something because I don't care about it that much, and it's like I think you have to get there to be able to understand that you are there and to move forward.
Yeah, so if you look at sustained behavioral change, it usually correlates with values.
Yeah.
So stuff that you care about. The really interesting thing is if you even analyze what you just said,
Mhm.
you value being able to be in control of your life,
More than anything.
right? So that's what
True wealth is freedom.
right. So all you need to do is so even if you exercise, it's interesting because how did you back end your way into caring about exercise? It's not actually discipline. You convinced yourself that okay, like this is a problem of a lack of freedom. I'm not actually in control of my own actions.
I had to take muscle relaxers because of like tension, and I thought exercising more would make it to where I wouldn't have to rely on that. Yeah.
So if there's some kind of consequence, or what people can do, there's this technique that we'll use in our coaching program called motivational interviewing, where we teach people how to discover what their values are.
Right.
And if you like clarify what your values are, you'll see like some kind of progress in terms of your life because it's this kind of stuff. Everyone thinks that they're disciplined. I mean, not disciplined. It's not. It's not that you're not disciplined. There's a solution. You don't have to become disciplined. You need to just really figure out what you care about, and then the future starts aligning. right? So it's not about like what's your next goal or what do you want. It's what do you care about.
And people
Yeah,
think
that's
I'm a
true.
psycho because I say I don't care about the dead rat. But what I really care about is playing video games and doing my stream. And there it is. You know?
No, I mean I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So
My problem is, why is there things about myself that I don't like and they're fucked up, but I cannot change them? Like, for example, I think my humor is really fucked up. There's this video of Gordon Ramsay online telling people to kill themselves, and I think it's so funny. And I don't know why I think it's so funny. Or like AI Donald Trump playing Fortnite with Joe Biden.
Well, that one is funny.
That's
Okay,
so good.
have you seen the Gordon Ramsay thing? I'm gonna send it to you.
let's start by understanding. Okay, how does a human being change?
Wanting to change. Acceptance.
Okay, so wanting to change. So there are a lot of people out there that I'm sure want to exercise more.
Right.
Right. So like, if you want to understand why you can't change, you have to start by understanding. Okay, how does a human being change?
That's
Acceptance of what? Sounds like something you learn on a podcast. So what do you need to accept?
I think the weird shit is funny.
What's wrong with that?
It off-puts other people when I laugh at Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Oh.
So I mean,
Shit, I don't know.
right. What I'm hearing is that you should change,
Yes.
but that it's easy to explain why you don't do things that you should do. Like all of like the should, the whole. If you even think about the word should, by definition, if you should do something, that means you're not doing it.
Right.
Shoulds are all the things that you don't do.
Right.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you don't actually have a good reason to change.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you don't have a good reason to change, then you're not going to change,
Alright. Hey, fuck
Yeah.
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
I mean, most people, the reason they don't change is because deep down they don't want to, or what is more common is they're conflicted. There's a part of you that wants to change, and there's a part of you that doesn't want to change. I think your sense of humor is not something you can choose.
It's hard because there's some shit. Like, for example, there's this whole meme that mentioned back in the day where my mom was considered an emergency room. And I thought it was the dumbest fucking shit. Like, millions of people thought it was hilarious, and I would just get angry. I was like, how the fuck do these losers laugh at this shit?
What is emergency?
Oh, so there's this little creature called Time Up.
Yeah.
And the main character would joke about, if I were to starve, I would eat as my emergency ration. And I thought it was so fucking stupid. And I didn't get why people were laughing at it. So much of it pissed me off.
Harambe was the same for me.
Harambe?
Yeah.
Did you think it was funny or wasn't funny?
Not funny at all.
You didn't think Dicks Out for Harambe was hilarious?
I felt that way about the Knuckles. You know the way.
Do you know the way?
I remember, oh my god, I was at Target and there was this woman there and she had like a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old. And they were saying it back and forth to each other at the Target. And I just saw her and I realized that she was having the worst day of her life.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't know. It's just, it's weird because like, there are so many of these things that I think people never really ask themselves questions for, or people try to look for solutions for it online. And I guess, like, you know, to kind of like wrap things up, like, what would you say for like advice for people who aren't able to like solve these problems themselves? Like, you know, keep watching, you know, Instagram compilations of, you know, cool guys walking away from explosions to try to motivate yourself to not do stuff. Like, what should they do
So what should they do? What's the goal?
to improve their life? Start working out, do the thing they want to do, capitalize on a passion, something like that. Talk to the girl.
Yeah, so I'd say it starts with like, the reason that we don't improve our lives is because we're trying to improve them based on other people's standards.
There it is.
Right? So I think the first, most important step is that there's a ton of stuff that you should be doing. Parents, the hypothetical people that you could be dating, internet strangers, what have you. But like the real question is like, what do you want?
Right.
And this is where things like, I think it's a lot of like personal introspective work. And this is what's happening in our society is we're by definition, as external stimulation increases, we are losing the capacity for introspection. And there's like, so the less, like if you think about, okay, what do I want in life? Not what have I been conditioned to want, but what do I actually care about? Right? And the more that we literally spend time looking at external things, like, because where do we discover our wants, our desires? Where do they come from?
Yeah.
They come from what we see, right? Okay, like now game developers have figured this out. We're gonna give Asmongold, Emeru, and Tectone 72 hours of access for this new game, and then someone else's
Yep.
sensory inputs are going to be bombarded with everyone playing Honkai Star Rail or whatever it is.
Yeah,
right?
it's a good game.
So I think it's kind of interesting, but I have this really great exercise which is really painful, which is that I tell people, if you don't know what you want in life, stare at a wall for 1 hour.
Okay.
Just stare at a wall. Just look at a wall.
There it is.
Don't do anything. And just you'll all kinds of stuff. It'll be really boring. It'll be really painful. But like by the end of it, like you may discover that you have this like inner voice.
Yeah.
And that's really what you need to cultivate if you want to make change. Because making change is hard, and we can't overcoming the pain of change. You're never going to do it for someone else. You have to want it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Because we can make sacrifices if it's stuff that we care about. What finally got Asmongold to get rid of the dead rat? Because he cared about it. When it started to stink and wake him up and disturb the freedom of sleep.
Yep.
So something has to take away Asmon's freedom for him to do anything.
That's right.
And then if you want to do anything, what you have to do is think about, okay, how can I align this with my sense of freedom?
Yeah. But try to be proactive about that.
Yeah,
that's
so just really think about what you want and stop, like, forget about all the conditioning.
Yeah. Okay.
And then move towards that. So even working out is not about, I should look good. It's like, do you like the way that your body feels? Do you like the way that, do you get anxious every time you take off your shirt if you go to the beach? Are you not able to enjoy the beach because you're embarrassed about the way that you look when you take off your shirt?
Right.
Those are reasons to change.
That makes sense. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest. The only reason I do it is, I would do it at least, is so I would look good on. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Is so I would look good on stream. It's like I feel great every day eating fast food and living like a degenerate. I feel so good all the time. And how could anything possibly be better, you know? But yeah, I would want to do it just to look better on stream or for some superficial bullshit reason, which is, you're right. It's not, it's intrinsic, but it's not at the same time.
Well, that sounds more intrinsic to me, because it sounds like you care about it.
Well, yeah, because I want to look better.
I mean, if you cared so much about what other people thought, I don't think you'd be living the life that you live now.
There are things that you care about and things you don't,
Yeah.
right? And so, like, for me, one thing I cared about is, like, my teeth used to be messed up, and my teeth would be messed up. But, like, at a certain point, I remember I wouldn't want people to know that I was so skinny. And then one day, I just did a gardening stream, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll just take my shirt off and have a shower on stream in front of everybody with a hose. And, you know, that was kind of a turning point, for sure. So I think at a certain point, it's like, rip the Band-Aid off and start growing things. Not yet. Not yet. That's fine. But anyway, man, I want to say thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
This is awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like, I've loved your content. I've watched a lot of your videos. Obviously, I've done a stream before, and I'm just so happy that you were able to come on and share a lot of your insight.
Likewise.
So much. Yeah.
And I consume a surprising amount of y'all's content as well. So
Thank you so much, man.
what happened?
Where can they find you? Like, what are you doing now?
So we don't stream quite as much, but we still stream on Twitch, and we also stream on YouTube. But most of the time, I'm just uploading videos to YouTube that are a little bit more like educational and complete. And so yeah, we stream on Twitch and YouTube at healthygamer_GG.
Okay. And it's healthygamer_GG on like YouTube too?
On Twitch, and then on YouTube, I think it's just healthygamer.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you guys have problems with anything gaming related or anything gaming lifestyle related, I think Dr. K here would be a great resource. So thank you so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you all very much.
Absolutely. And gentlemen, this is going to conclude the episode. We're going to go ahead and do the little Patreon extra stuff. But thank you all so much for watching again. We really appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you all in the next one.
Then you turn and you look at me. There's a little glimmer that I can see, a sparkle in your eyes. It makes me realize all we need is you and me.
That Star Forge poster's so cool. I never noticed that I stretched really far back.
Wait,
Yeah.
I've never seen
That's
that.
cool. Look, it's steak and eggs. What's the game called?
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
So you'd know that if you're playing that instead of piano.
Wait, why's it got a penis on it?
Then you turn and look at me. There's a little glimmer that
Was he's playing?
He's literally playing Honkai Star Rail.
I was about to overcap on the energy.
Yeah, you can't have
Yeah.
that, bro. If you overcap, it's like you're wasting money.
Yeah.
You're throwing
Actually
away money.
addicted.
No, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's super bad.
The
But
worst part is like I heard like that little like that. It's almost like a sword sheath
Yep.
thing at the beginning, and I'm like, I know what you're doing.
it's a beautiful soundtrack.
Yep.
Man. I love it.
It's a. I mean, like, well, you watched the whole new thing, right?
Update?
The 1.1.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was blown away.
Wow.
Because it's been a super weird scenario for me. Speaking of super weird and the complete opposition, I just want to say real quick, dude, these steak and egg things are awesome.
Yeah.
Before I get into the live stream.
Yeah, we got these little keychains here. They're on the Patreon.
Yeah, apparently you get them if you subscribe to our Patreon, and they're super cute. Very cool.
They're metal and not plastic. Imagine that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're nice. Just wanted to say that before I forgot because these things are fucking sick. But yeah, I watched the live stream and I've had a very different experience with Honkai than I had with Genshin because like when I played Genshin, I was like the
You
dickhead.
hated it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the dick.
We know.
Wait,
But-
you're a changed man now?
It's just a good game, you know.
What did they announce?
Okay, so I was expecting nothing, right? I just wanted 2 events and some new characters and then a main story quest. That's all I was really asking for. And then instead of that, they announced 3 new characters, which are Luca. No, that's 1.2. Yukong.
Yukong is the fox girl that's not the one that's in the game now.
Yeah,
It's like the teal one.
yeah.
Hold on, is she from the other Honkai?
Nah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, they got Yukong and then they got Locha,
Yeah.
which by the way, holy shit.
Power crept.
Dude,
Like, holy shit.
he's insane. And not to mention, I'm going to do a prediction here.
Okay.
Are you cool if I give you a prediction on what I think Locha's going to be about? Because I think he's going to be the greatest character in Honkai. Lore-wise.
Oh, lore-wise? Okay, yeah.
So let me tell you why. So there's this dude, and pardon my Honkai Impact 3rd knowledge. I know as much as my Twitch chat has told me and how much I've watched. But there's this dude called Otto from Honkai Impact 3rd. And he's like the main like anti-hero.
Uh-huh.
He did a whole bunch of horrible shit, but then he's like pseudo-redeemed because apparently he was doing it for a girl. Who were like, oh,
Okay.
So
He's just a sim.
yeah.
Yeah.
So his ass is dead, right? In Honkai Impact 3rd.
Uh-huh.
But in this game, he's alive again.
Right.
And if you notice this part, Welt traveled from Honkai Impact 3rd to Honkai Star Rail.
He did.
Almost every single cutscene, you see Welt like watching Locha and like what he's doing. Because Locha doesn't know he's from an alternate reality. Welt does, because Welt's from Honkai Impact 3rd. So and you watch the trailer, Welt will always be watching Locha or asking what's Locha doing. And Locha, for his weapon, he's carrying around a huge casket.
Yes.
I think there's a
What's in the box?
dude. I think I know who's in the box.
Who's in the box?
Okay, so there's 2 people who I think it could be. One, and this one would be crazy. This one's like how crazy would this be? There's this character called Himiko who died in Honkai Impact 3rd. She's alive again in Honkai Star Rail. And like, if he like flopped out her corpse like in front of Welt,
That would be funny.
that would be crazy. But there's one. Well, I guess there's 2 characters that have so far died in Honkai Star Rail. But one was from way back in the day. But because they're in the Lo Fu, I think he has Jing Yuan's trainer's dead body in his casket. And I think he's going to flop that in front of Jing Yuan. And I think that's going to cause some crazy shit. And the reason why I'm thinking there has to be something so drastic happening is because there's no main story quest, but there is 4 new story quests announced, and one of those is Locha. And if that happens, that would make me lose.
You know what I think's gonna happen? I don't think they're gonna tell us what's in the box because
How
you know,
would they show the core
Yeah, exactly. Number one.
It would have to be like preserved.
Well, I think he might have like.
Well, there could be Mara touched, right? With like
Yeah.
that weird thing that like keeps them alive.
Oh.
Dude, this is so
Yeah.
crazy. Do you know how happy that makes me that you knew that?
Oh yeah.
That makes me so pumped.
I
Holy
played the
shit.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Yeah, like I think he's gonna like resurrect the corpse of Jingyuan's trainer. And I think we're gonna have to fight her. The reason why I think that is because the VA announced that she's in the game, and so the splash art is
Okay.
up. So how else you gonna play her if she's dead?
I think it wouldn't it be a better story if he brought the corpse to the enemies, like those Mensis guys, and then had them resurrect Jinyuan's trainer, and that way he has to kill his trainer again. I think that would probably be a better story, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Because I feel like that's the most logical thing. Because, you know, like that blind girl at the end.
Yeah.
You know, she like exposed that she could like not bring people back to life, but like something that's like a variation of that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's probably what happened.
That'd be so sick.
I think that would be very cool.
There's 4 story quests: Locha, Bailu, I think Yukong, and Silverwolf. And then I was expecting 2 events. There's fucking 5, which is insane. A light cone that's going to be like top tier for Pela is being released, as well as like a free artifact that you just want to roll a good relic. You can just get a free relic with the event. They're making a museum that you can like customize like The Sims. And then they're adding in wherever you kill a mob in the game, there's a chance for to summon a little piggy to give extra rewards, which would be awesome for players like me who kill every single mob in the game every single day.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah, I've gotten it down to an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh my, that
That's
is.
still crazy.
Okay, but think about it. I usually play WoW for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
I guess
Right? It's like 2 league games, but I just kill every mob. It takes like seconds.
Every single mob.
Yeah, every single one.
Oh my god. You know what the sad thing is? I need to start doing that. Yeah, I do. Well, because you
Yep.
need that many upgrade items. Because like it's very complicated. Like each different character has different upgrade items that are based off of the place that they're from, and then you need to upgrade the upgrade items so you can upgrade the upgraded items, and then you can finally level up the character once you have 10 of them. And so yeah, it's a really fun game.
all this is beyond me because I play casually and I rolled. What's the new banner?
Jingyuan.
Jingyuan, yeah. I rolled for him absolute dog shit luck. 1 copy, $300.
That's so sad.
I was like 150 in, and I was like, well, I can't stop now. So,
Yeah, that's the horrible.
I
mentality.
forgot how many I have now. It's just there's so many.
I think you have 4.
I think I have 4. Is that right? Yeah. It's.
how much did you spend?
I think it was like $500, like that. Yeah.
You got
Right.
bombed.
Oh, you
Your
think
summons
so?
were painful. I watched all of them.
That's
Really?
That's considered
Yep.
bad.
Yes.
Or
I don't think so.
Well, I thought you got 2 for 500.
I got, and then yeah, I spent, it would be 600. So I spent
Yeah.
another 100, and I got 4.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, I think 4 out of 600 is pretty good, actually. Like I'm happy with that, because like I didn't get any of the other garbage ones too.
The problem
Because the thing is like no. The thing is
Yeah.
the only bad one I got that stupid little kid.
Bailu?
No, that's the good one.
Oh, Clark.
Well, it will be not for long, but yeah. Was it like the kid that like Jinyuan was training?
Bro.
I got him.
What's wrong with that? He's so fucking good.
He's stupid.
No, okay. You do.
It's like a bitch.
Dude, he's so good though.
Yeah.
Like you need, I think, 20% crit rate on him, and that's it. And then you have a functioning Yang. Just 20% crit rate, and then just as much crit damage as possible, and he will pop the fuck off. I actually think he's the most underrated unit in Honkai Star Rail.
Jesus, I had no idea.
Yeah, no, he's nuts.
I don't know. Like I've been playing that a lot. Did you guys see the PlayStation event?
Yup.
I did not. I saw like some stuff that came out, but I didn't watch the actual live event. I couldn't.
Oh man, like the new Spider-Man game was fucking nuts.
Yep.
Like it's actually crazy because like this is how confident they are with the new Spider-Man game. They said, "Hey, here's our new game. We're going to just show you gameplay of the game and that's it." Yep, there we go. And then you just get to watch the game being played and that's the commercial.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's not like some weird overproduced thing and then you see 3 seconds of gameplay. Oh my god.
I hate
that shit.
I hate when games do that. Like they do a cinematic and it like has nothing to do with the actual game.
Yep.
Did y'all see Throne and Liberty?
I probably did. I just don't remember which name that was. What was the game
So
like?
this game, it's being published or produced. I don't remember which one by NCSoft. You know, with like their other greatest hits are all fucking Korean pay-to-win grind fests, and this one. Spoiler alert. And so Amazon is publishing the game, and Blue Protocol, which is like widely regarded even after the beta came out as a very good game. I think most people are positive about it, although there are some problems. Throne and Liberty effectively pushed Blue Protocol into 2024. That's what people think because Amazon's release schedule, they don't want to release 2 MMOs at the same time, which makes sense. And anyway, so they're releasing Throne and Liberty this year, and the beta test came out, and the game was fucking dog shit. Like I'm talking about it was so bad. So there's this thing in the game, it's called astral hunting, and it's autoplay. And so every single stream is just somebody astral hunting, killing like a bunch of mobs, fighting with a bunch of other people with like their guy doing like one attack, and they're just talking about how bad the game is.
Fuck that.
That's it. Yep, and they're not even playing the game. And I told people it's like this is gonna be probably the best 2 weeks of stream content I'm ever gonna have. It's like I'm gonna play the game on release, guys, and I'm just gonna play it completely autoplay. And the entire stream, I'm just going to be talking about how bad it is, talking about other things that have nothing to do with it, and the game is going to completely play itself, and I'm going to beat the game, and then I'm going to quit. It's going to be amazing.
Dude, I'm so sad about Blue Protocol. I am of the firm belief where I don't think games that release in one like country first and come over and then you have to play them again for MMOs, I don't think they ever do as good if it was like a worldwide release at the same time. And I think the Blue Protocol Japan release first by over 6 months, 7 months, I don't think that's going to do the global release any favors at all. I hate playing from behind. I hate knowing that like all the content we're going to get is being played by other people. I can't enjoy that shit. I really don't know why companies do that. And I'm hoping to God you can make sense of that for me because I don't get it. I think it's the dumbest shit.
I don't think that was like, Lost Ark is the best example, right? Because Lost Ark was in Korea and it was in Russia, then it finally came to the US. I don't think that my experience in Lost Ark was diminished at all because of the fact that Koreans were playing the game first. Because the truth is that they had to beta test all of the trash.
That's true.
Like all of the bad, shitty stuff that Lost Ark had on release, we didn't have to deal with any of that because the Koreans had to deal with it. Now the Japanese are going to be beta testing it, and I'm not going to really play the Japanese version of the game. I'm just going to wait for it to come out in the US. But like, I'm assuming that whenever it comes out, and also Amazon is going to be using it to kind of test to see like, what marketing does well, what marketing doesn't do well. Because that's what they did with Lost Ark, is they had like some of the marketing and some of the ways of monetization in Lost Ark in Korea are different than the way that they are in the US.
But how's it different?
So like, for example, the pets that you can get in Lost Ark have random stats in Korea, whereas they don't have random stats in the US and they have fixed stats. So the pets themselves are an element of gacha. Then on top of that, there's a special type of armor set, these like legendary or relic armor skins, and they look super fucking badass. They're insanely cool. And each one of those like would give you like 1 or 2% extra main stat, like strength, intelligence, agility. And they were just skins though. And the way you obtained them was something called Yaz's Jar. And that was, again, big surprise, another fucking gacha. So this would happen, and people were worried about it coming out on the West because it was just like another element of like, you know, this pay-to-win gotcha garbage. And so they were upset about it, and Amazon ended up not releasing Yaz's Jar at all. And we don't even have the skins in the US in any capacity.
Okay, so I mean, then I guess then we'll get a better, more polished version of the game.
No, probably not. It'll probably be worse.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
no, it will be worse, but you know, it won't be because it came out in Japan earlier.
Okay, I'm trying to stay hopeful because, like, full disclosure, like I was planning on just becoming a Blue Protocol channel. That's how much I've been excited for the game. But when I saw it was coming out in 2024 and not June, that shit broke my fucking heart, bro.
Got plenty of content for a while though.
Oh no, yeah, I always have
To
content.
be fair,
Yeah.
Amazon only said they were going to release Blue Protocol in 2023. It was never going to be in June. I kind of expected that it was going to be like a Japanese release than a US release.
I didn't even see that coming from a mile. I never saw that. Fuck.
Yeah, well, I think that as far as I know, they had announced the release date of the game before they announced the partnership with Amazon at all. And they never gave like a release date. Blue Protocol never gave a release date for the Western version.
Yeah.
But Amazon gave a release date for it because they were the publisher.
Okay. Shit.
Oh yeah, I spend all day looking at this stuff. I've made YouTube videos about it. Oh yeah, I know all about it. Did you guys see? Okay, we got to talk about some drama. Did you guys see the face drama?
I saw. I just didn't look into it.
Yeah, I didn't bother clicking on any of the videos. It was just a
Is it a big deal?
Yeah.
Oh wait, what happened?
So. Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So here we go. What happened was basically FaZe. There's like a lot of backstory for this. I'm gonna try to like abbreviate as much of as I can.
Sure.
Basically, FaZe is owned by a bunch of guys that are not the OGs of FaZe. Now, how did they get that? How did they get that ownership? Well, the OGs sold it to them, but they're not happy about that anymore. So, in the process of that, the new ownership for FaZe, they recruited or hired a new person into FaZe, and her name is I'm trying to read it. Grace Von Dien. Is that her? Yeah. Well, anyway, so she used to she was an actress. She was on Stranger Things, and she was also in some sort of like film thing that happened before then. She had a bad experience that was like a weird sexual bullshit fucking, you know, Hollywood thing. And it caused her to actually leave acting and stop acting and do streaming instead. And she is a legitimate streamer. I think her name is Bluefile or something like that.
Okay.
Something. And she got brought on to FaZe. And obviously FaZe brought her on to clean up their image, to make themselves look like they're not a bunch of dude bros selling crypto scams, right? 'Cause, like, that's, you know, it just does not necessarily look that good. Especially not whenever it's a publicly traded company, at least for now, and their stock is going down a lot, so they're trying to rebrand it. And anyway, so this girl gets announced to be part of FaZe, and actually she doesn't get announced. This guy, his name's FaZe Rain, who's like one of the OGs of FaZe, leaks because he's like actively. It's oh my god.
Well, if he's an OG, is he one of the people that sold the company?
It's hard to say because sometimes decisions, like he could have not been a majority holder, he could have not been able to vote, he could have voted against it, it still happened anyway. It's impossible to know. But I think at some point, yeah, he probably made money from selling part of the company's ownership, which is like fine. But again, it's like I almost feel like whenever I'm explaining this, I feel like a crazy person. And so anyway, basically what ends up happening is that this girl, she gets brought on, and FaZe Rain leaks it ahead of time. He says, hey, we're going to bring this person on because he's like actively publicly going against his own company now.
Wait, why? What is the... Is he just an idiot?
No one knows.
Because they're not the... Like, I get what they're doing. I understand it. It's like they feel like the people that are running the company are taking the identity away from what FaZe used to be. And it's like, I can see that. I can see where they're coming from. And I was much more willing to give him, like, kind of the benefit of the doubt, kind of, like, see his side of things. But then this dude goes on Twitter, and he says, what do you call it? He goes and he says that, she's mid, and he wouldn't hook up with her even if she was drunk.
What
And,
the
and
fuck?
the reason why is because she responded back to him talking shit about her and said, get wrecked. She said, get wrecked, and then he takes it personal. And then he said all this stuff. And by the way, this was like the period to a very long sentence of other insults and like other things to like discredit her. Which, to be fair, like some of the things, it's like, yeah, she's not part of like the gaming community. I can understand, like, well, they don't want to have somebody just from like, you know, corporate Hollywood coming in here and being part of our thing. Like, I get that. But like, what the fuck does this have to do with what she looks like?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was so weird. Then, oh my, as I said, I feel like a crazy person.
Well, me personally, I would love if Jim Carrey would have joined OTK.
I think that's awesome.
That would be,
great. Yes, please.
These phase guys need to chill the fuck out, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he just
nuts.
sounds mad.
Yeah,
Weird.
it's such a big drama now, and like I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. I think that she's gonna leave FaZe. I think she's gonna leave. Like, how can you not leave FaZe
So
after all this
is
stuff?
he like out of like power or whatever? Like, why is he like doing this?
I don't know. I don't know how they're structured. I have no idea.
You know what else I don't get? Why the fuck did Mitch Jones ruin Classic WoW?
Oh, you
was
want to talk about
wondering.
another drama?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna really sound
Yeah,
like a crazy.
I wanted to hear about it because we had a merch shoot yesterday,
Yeah.
and Aspen and Soda were just talking about it for like an hour.
Dude,
So that's most of the insight I have on it.
the crazy thing with the OTK shoots, I got there fucking an hour late, and I was the third earliest person
Yeah,
to
you
show
were
up.
an hour early.
Yeah, that was because I got the message and I thought it said it's between 1 and 6. Just come between then.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fuck it. But dude, I think that shit is so funny because it makes me feel good. Because I'm gonna be real, I'm a horrible planner.
Yeah.
I cannot remember dates at all because if I do, then I can't sleep.
Well, I found out that it was happening whenever I woke up, and I was like,
Sick.
and you know, a message, "Where the fuck are you?" And it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
The night I knew about it the night before. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be 2 hours late, just letting you know. And they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and apparently that's when everyone else is getting there too. So I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, except for I didn't let him know.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got to witness chaos.
Yeah.
Because Soda was fucking pissed. It was.
Oh, yeah.
You should have seen the look on Soda's face. He
Mhm.
was saying, bro, where the fuck is Miz? Where is Miz? And then
He's streaming.
I have my phone.
He's live.
Miz Gift just went live, and I say, guys,
Yep.
I don't think he's coming, boys. Oh
you
my
go.
god. Those photo shoots are they're a wreck. It is very hard to get all of us in the same room at the same time, like on time. Has that ever happened? Really?
At the same.
All on time.
I don't know.
Man.
Just, they always have the same fruit platter and the same like what are those like wraps.
Which suck.
I eat them. I'm always excited to eat them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
I usually just get Taco Bell on the way over, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, to me, like, so it was the weirdest fucking thing. So, like, I guess it won't really matter if I say what happened. Like, so right across the street from like the house that we were doing it at was two of my best friends' grandparents' house.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
I used to go over there. I saw the gate that I would open to go inside of their house. And I was right across the street from it. And now it's like this, and it used to be like, listen, like we were in Austin, I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago. It used to be a ghetto area. And like now, there's just a bunch of fucking white people there. And it is totally different. Like the HEB you guys drove through, people used to sell drugs there.
Yeah.
And now they have a place for like refilling your Tesla. I can't believe it.
Was that weird then? Because the house across the street was such like, it was a bougie ass house. Like,
And
had
it
a
was
pool.
not. It was so bad that it used to have a chain link fence. And I climbed over the chain link fence the first time. And I think their grandpa almost got out the gun because they thought that I was the police.
What?
Yep, because he didn't recognize me. And they said after that, you can only come in through the back because nobody ever comes in.
But he would shoot the police?
Well, you never know what's going to happen,
Oh.
right? I mean,
Damn, bro. That grandma go hard.
I know. I mean, to be fair, he also, like, every single day he would watch Rambo for Like every time I would come over there, he'd just be watching that.
How old were you the last time you went over that place?
Oh, I don't know, like maybe 20.
So that shit fucked you up then when you saw it?
Crazy, I couldn't believe
That must
it.
have been so weird.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
But yeah, I took a few pictures there, and then I pretty much left and went home, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel like merch sells better if I'm not on the photos.
No.
That's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of true,
I
you
feel
know.
like the photos are just like they're just nice to have.
Uh-huh.
I don't think anyone like decides they are or aren't gonna buy it. Like they're like, oh, they either like it or they don't. The photos are just nice to have, you know.
Well, I don't know. I'd be like, oh, dude, if like, if this guy looks good in it, then I'll probably look good in it too. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. It's like you don't have a homeless crackhead. You don't be like go under the bridge. Be like, hey, you, come on out here. Let's go. Put on this shirt. We'll buy you a 40. You know?
Oh, dude, that reminds me of a stream idea I had. I'm going to Vegas in a little bit, and I want to do hire escorts to like just follow me around and play games with me, like on my phone.
Okay, that's good.
Apparently, that's not allowed.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently, a guy called Andy Milanakis did it, and he got banned for it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, Andy got banned for that? There's no-
Allegedly. Apparently, he was on somebody else's stream, just like having like escorts hang out with him just for fun.
That's so.
That's what I heard.
Which is so dumb.
I know, bro.
It's the fact that they are escorts.
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense because like there's porn stars that stream on
What
Twitch.
about OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Well, should I try it?
I don't know.
I'll do it.
Maybe it's like if you show like buying the service, maybe it's that. Like maybe if you just like have them. I don't know.
Yeah, I could be wrong. That's just what I heard. But yeah, I think that'd be such a fun idea. It's just like
Yeah.
take like 4 escorts and just go to Taco Bell, play some Honkai,
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
That would
what
be the
character's your
weirdest
favorite?
job. That would be the weirdest job. Like,
No.
What?
No, I bet for them, they are probably so happy and so.
Actually, that's true. They're probably
Because
it's like a day off.
This isn't some weird middle-aged man that's like, he might shoot me at the end of it. You know, it's like just, it's just a normal guy, and it's just funny
Yeah,
for
normal
content.
guy.
Yeah.
Is escort? Are they supposed to like frick you? Wait, really?
I thought that's what that was.
Yeah, it's
like,
just-
isn't escort like another name for like?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought
Wait,
they
I
were
don't
just
think that like they have to.
I thought they were just like sexy people who would like follow you around and like be like, oh wow, yeah, do some slots.
Well, yeah, they follow you. They follow you to the bedroom.
Oh, that's weird.
That's my understanding for it, right? I mean,
Oh.
I don't know. I've never looked into this.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Because I went to Vegas once when I was 17. This is when my
Yeah.
stepmom sent me news of herself. That shit was crazy.
That's
What?
I told you that. Well, I told you that shit
Yeah,
before.
no. I
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah, you
forgot
heard.
about it.
My bad. But I used to collect the escort cars, like they're like
Oh.
Pokemon.
oh wow.
They had their boobies on it. That shit was crazy.
Really?
Yup.
Oh my
But
god.
they're business cards with like a picture of them. on
Yeah, it had a
They
picture
have
of
like
them.
their measurements, right, and everything like that.
I don't remember. I just saw the picture of a hot ladies with their boobs out, and then my dad said, "Yeah, that's what they look like on the card, but when you pull them, I ain't gonna be the same thing, buddy." And I'm like,
That
"Okay,
picture's from
Dad."
1995. I tell by the camera. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Vegas. I've never done any of that stuff. It's not really my scene. But yeah, I don't know if you'd get banned for that or not. I think it'd be a really good stream though. I think that'd be fun.
I think I'll try it after Elevated.
Yeah.
That way, if I get banned, then I won't ruin the
Yeah.
Elevated stream.
Yeah, I think probably a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm pissed because I wanted to do slots,
Mhm.
and I wanted the
Just
blackjack.
don't like
You can do.
don't like hire them on stream and don't say what they
These are my
supposed to
friends.
say.
Hey guys,
These are my 4 girlfriends that I met today.
dude, that'd be so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I've been dating them for 2 years, but you guys don't know about it because, I like to keep my private life separate.
Yeah,
You know what you should do?
Huh?
You bring out an iPad and have them do your roles for you
that'd be so cool.
on an IRL stream.
Oh my god.
Make him do my dailies.
Yeah.
No, I play gotcha games on a big tablet, and I'll bring it to other people and be like, do my role.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
for luck. I'll like
Okay.
bring it around the house and be like, do my role.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
It's actually so fun because my tablet has touch feedback too. It's so satisfying.
Have you ever gotten mad at somebody for getting a bad roll?
No, I probably should start though. Maybe
That's a
that's
good
why my
idea.
luck's
I
so
should,
bad.
I should get more angry at people.
Yeah,
You're
give it
right.
to
Things that
people.
aren't their fault.
Yeah, we like have that like a boxing glove on. Like, all right, you want to do a roll? Okay, all right. Better hope you get a 5
Wait, so
star.
are we talking about the bag drama, or should we not?
Bag Jones.
Oh,
I didn't know if we were gonna not touch.
So how much do you know about it?
Okay, so I know that he was streaming, and then.
Well, that yeah, number one, you're
Okay,
wrong,
yeah.
because the problem was whenever he wasn't streaming.
Oh no. So he was streaming, and then he was playing WoW, and someone in his chat was like, "Yo, what's up with your bags? Like, you got extra bags," and then he like ignored it, and then like 10 minutes later he was like, "Wait, so what about the bags?" And then it became the chat spamming about the bags, and then he put it in sub mode, and they were still asking about the bags, and he was like, "Guys, like, stop," and then he went offline and deleted the VOD.
So, Bag Jones, the slayer, the destroyer of the integrity in hardcore classic World of Warcraft. So, I saw that Miz held you hostage and made you play classic Warcraft.
That's
right?
not what happened.
But it is though, and so you have a bit of an
wanted to
understanding of the game, right?
I've played from 1 to 60 or 1 to 70. I don't know.
You almost hit 70.
Okay, so 1 to 60.
Okay, so you know how much of a pain in the ass getting bags are and like bag spaces at the beginning.
Yeah,
of the game,
bag
right?
space is annoying.
So Mitch basically had somebody either give him the gold or play his account. And oh no, that's actually a separate thing, because now that people are calling into question, how did Mitch get the bags? Now everybody's asking, well, how did Mitch get a new character every day? How does this happen? I have no
And
idea.
he's like, "Guys, I played off stream.
Yeah, he's
like,
playing
a
off
couple
stream.
bars."
Yeah,
It's like, okay, it was actually 4 bars. Okay,
Yeah.
it was 5 bars.
3 bars, it's 2 bars. Okay, so it was 5 bars and I got the bags. But listen, okay. So yeah. And anyway, so he went and he did that, and he got all 10 slot bags, which like for classic WoW, that's actually quite a lot. And somebody bought them for him, and he didn't have the money for it. And like classic WoW hardcore is like integrity is number 1. Like that's what really matters. And Mitch not doing that, like in my opinion, obviously, like I hate to break character, guys, but I really don't give a fuck about any of this, and I think it's hilarious. But the fact that people are getting so mad about it, and the fact that it's even an issue to begin with, and just everything surrounding it is hilarious to me. I love it.
I just don't because it doesn't affect anybody else.
Well, it does. Though,
It does?
right? Because, well, whenever it's the integrity of the game, and people like everybody has this like new age gamer mindset that, oh, it doesn't matter what other people are doing as long as I'm having fun. That's what really matters. No, that's not true. Like, get the fuck out of here. You want to have the stuff that other people don't have. You want to be able to show it off, and you want to be able to look at them and be like, that's a loser and I'm a winner. And that's what games do. And that's what
Wait,
makes
so people are actually mad? I thought people were just like, it was just funny. Like, they were just joking at him. People are actually mad? Wait, where? Like, Reddit?
Well, have you not seen the WoW Reddit?
Oh,
course
of
on
course.
Reddit.
Yeah, it's insane.
Of course
No,
not.
I've never been to the World of Warcraft subreddit, no.
Ever heard Asmund talk about it?
Subreddit. It's the
We're gonna talk
classic.
about the Diablo subreddit.
Yeah.
It's the classic World of Warcraft subreddit.
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like
Probably a ton.
Did you ever read Dante's Inferno in high school?
I read part of it.
Yeah, so like you know like the different steps.
Oh,
of
the
hell.
layers of hell.
Yeah. The classic WoW is like on one of the very close insular layers.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's the lower layer.
Yeah, it's
okay.
one of the lower levels, like way past the river of burning people and
Yeah.
everything. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically where we're at, and Mitch has earned their distrust and their anger, and
Just
people were,
now?
well,
It's been a long process.
okay. So, all right, let's start in 2014. But no, I mean, like obviously, you know, like the thing is, like Mitch is
there's the threat.
Mitch is really good at the game. Like he's unironically like a fucking savant in arena. He is an arena god.
What does he play in Arena?
Mage. He is a god mage. He's a rank 1 mage.
I love this edit. Final update.
Yeah.
Mitch's final excuses. I just didn't know how much bags are worth. I didn't know they cost that much. Hasn't he been playing for like 15 years?
No. Yeah, I believe him.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe him. 100%.
So what I'm curious is, wasn't there a way where he could have gotten out of the bag drama, but he was too dumb to know that there was a certain vendor that sold that specific bag?
So People think that Mitch went to his offline screen while he was on stream and he opened up trade with a vendor to see how much the bags were. But because he didn't buy them himself, he didn't know which vendor sold the bags, and he opened up trade with the wrong vendor.
Oh no.
But he had game sound on, so everybody heard it even though he covered the screen.
Oh no.
Comment says, as someone who doesn't play WoW, then why are...
Keep going.
I must say the gaslighting was crazy. Dude put on an act forever, tried going sub mode, but his subs were also destroying him. And when faced with no other option, he ends stream and deletes the VOD and comes back later to admit that he had traded bags.
But it gets worse.
What?
Dude goes on to dig a further hole by saying, a mod traded me my bags and admits to knowing it was against the rules, but what he isn't thinking of is that people are pointing out that you can't even trade while using the add-on. The game physically doesn't let you, which means he specifically edited the add-on to be able to cheat when he wants to, or turn it off during specific times to get around the rules.
Oh my god.
Bro literally dug himself into such a bigger hole and doesn't realize he is the reason that people got so triggered.
No, it was in caps. Caps.
He is the reason that people got so triggered.
There you go.
They felt lied to, or like he was making a fool of them, lying straight to them with his gaslighting, and then plays the victim saying, yeah, everyone always hates me, and people think I'm the devil, and all this over some bags, bro, lol. All I gotta say, man, I made some popcorn and sat back and watched the weirdest court case in history, and it was oddly entertaining.
I think the reason why it's so entertaining is because everybody deep down inside knows this doesn't matter. And so people feel completely fine being absolutely outraged about it because they know it's so stupid that like it is of no consequence.
I think when we first talked about this, I was in the mindset. I'm a guy who I'm very quick to adapt my opinion to like new information. Okay. And when you said it actually does affect people, and I was thinking, okay, how would that affect me? And then I related it to what I do, which is I'm now free to play. And if there was a guy who was free to play in my game, and I knew he was lying about being free to play.
But you knew that he was like dropping like 500.
Yeah, and he would never open up the gem screen. That shit would actually piss me off.
Like imagine like somebody says they're free to play, but they have like a E6 genuine.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, man, I just went off stream to like do some rolls, and it was just crazy.
Just got lucky.
They're getting credit for it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Is he
exactly.
still one of the bigger WoW streamers?
Oh yeah. Mitch gets pretty good viewership. I mean, Mitch has always been like a big streamer.
5, 6K, right?
Yeah, somewhere in there, sometimes more. Now he's getting more.
Oh. True, so this actually just helps him.
Yeah, it is.
Good for him.
Oh my god, I think it's so funny, man.
I think the thing with it benefiting someone is the thing that I've learned is drama. I think benefits you in the short term, and I think it fucks you in the long term.
It is.
I agree.
Yeah.
It
Like,
depends on the drama, though. There is some drama that like is really beneficial, but some drama that's not. It depends on what it is.
For me, just full disclosure, I've already had 6 people come after me for Hawkeye Star Wars stuff. I've responded to
Wait, which one? You had the one that was like they were mad at you for doing React videos, but who else?
There was a React one, and then there was another React one,
Okay,
and then there was another React one.
Okay.
And then there was some other people who were thinking that I wasn't free to play
Okay.
because I was progressing like too fast.
Right.
And then
Degen.
yeah, and then there's this other one where I have my mod, and his name is Coffee, and I full disclose this. If I can't kill all the mobs in the game, I say, yo, Coffee, can you finish that up for me?
Okay.
That's it. But I've decided that I'm just not going to respond to anything. Because there's anything I learned from Genshin, when you respond to drama,
makes it bigger.
We'll come back to.
makes it way bigger. And the worst thing is, there's going to be some people who say enough, well, Tecton started it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm good. I think I'm legit good on drama, bro. I'm good. I'm trying, man. It's annoying.
I have so much. There's always drama that I'm dealing with. I'm involved with. It's just normal for me.
Well, I think yours is different because yours isn't like, I don't think it's not like versus another creator. It's like versus like a fucking corporation, like a dynasty.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, fuck Blizzard, fuck, you
well,
know,
there's
Diablo
sometimes
4.
there'll be creators that get mad at me or somebody like that gets pissed off, but it's like really not super common.
Yeah.
Like I try not to like really go hard on people unless they make it personal or something like that.
Yeah.
Like and so I'm usually pretty much like I'm gonna just stay in my lane and do my thing, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But if somebody gets mad, I'll talk shit right back to them. I got no problem with that.
But I haven't seen you make a video like that in like years.
Not really. Like I've reacted to people's videos I've disagreed with, but I try not to
Yeah.
disagree with them to like make them look stupid.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like what? Maybe like Quantum.
Oh my god, I forgot all about him.
I didn't. That shit was fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
That was fucking.
Quantum, the guy who made a bad Elden Ring review and now he's like in jail.
What?
Yeah, he got
What?
he got charged of domestic abuse and now he's in
Oh
jail.
no, what the fuck?
Yeah, imagine that.
Damn.
Imagine that.
The funny thing is, I
Jesus.
told people it's like a person like that. It's only a matter of time until they get in trouble again. And
Yep.
He was. And yeah, guy's a complete piece of shit. It's like a really long story. There was like drama from like last year, or like 2 years ago. It's like, yeah, as I said, this is like my job, which is actually, it's kind of crazy to think about that. Like my job is basically just keeping up with like random, like minor internet celebrities.
D-list
Like,
celebrities.
yeah, like their altercations with each other. It's actually kind of funny though, right? It is. It's like watching a soap opera, but everybody's real and less good looking.
Yeah. Damn, that's fucking real, bro.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Well, guys, if maybe you didn't notice it, maybe you did, but during the episode, we were wearing the first line of official Steak and Eggs merchandise. I've got the hoodie right here. I love steak and eggs. And we have t-shirts as well that Emmy and Tectone are wearing, as well as a couple of other hoodies, I believe, and some other t-shirt variations. So if you want to check it out for yourself and take a look at it, head on over to otknetwork.com.
Speaking of which, Face app?
What about, oh yeah, I saw you. You've been posting pictures
Dude,
like
you and Seer go fucking crazy on that shit.
Dude.
He was just on the couch giggling at the OTK merch shoot because he was just editing everyone to be
He made Soto look old and fat.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
Texas man. Hold up. There's gotta be a photo of
Yeah.
that somewhere.
Excited for Classic WoW 5.
Dude, it made me so happy because like I posted, we all met up at the OTK thing, and I posted like 8 photos
Yeah.
of like me and everybody, and they're all super good photos. And then I post one of me like edited the fuck out, like crazy jawline, insane cheekbones, blue eyes. Every comment was like, "Holy shit, man, you look great!" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Guys, there's no way you think this is me." Yeah, like what the fuck
Yep.
is that? That caption is so good. I respect women. It's so badass. Fuck, man.
The funny thing is that Schlatt did it so much
Mhm.
that my dad thought that's what Schlatt looked like. He's like, yeah, there's that one good-looking guy in your org, and I'm like, oh no, because I immediately knew what happened. I was like, you mean the guy with the mutton chops? He's like, yeah, that guy. It's like, okay, yep.
Well, some of those filters, if like you've never seen like a comparison, I can see why you might think it was like that's actually what someone looks like.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm like,
I mean, the
I've
ones
never,
Schlatt does are crazy though. Like,
yeah.
Looks
he's
insane.
airbrush.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
insane.
I've never used one of those or done one of those ever in my life. I think the
They're
most that I've-
funny. You should try
Really?
it. They're actually funny.
wow.
Like it's actually entertaining to just like go through and see all of them.
Wait, hold up. I got you. I'll do one right now.
Okay.
Give me fucking 2 minutes.
I used
I'm
to
gonna whip up
watch,
something crazy.
I'd watch TikToks on my stream like on
Uh-huh.
a phone. Every time a filter came up, I would like put the filter on. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god, no. Here we go.
I think the best part is like watch the face app. I still look like a zombie. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I want to see this. Yeah, I'm very curious. But yeah, I mean, I think that the face app thing, like, so, Emmy, since like you're a girl, it's like much more of a thing. Do you think that fucks with girls' heads?
Yes.
There's like evidence of that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was even a thing where I think that they like went back on this, like they just like gave up. There was when Instagram filters that are like on the app start getting really popular. There was this one that was really popular that like it would like make your nose smaller, like your jawline chiseled
Yeah.
looks bigger. They actually removed it and they said it's because like this is causing like facial dysmorphia for people. Like we don't want to support this, but I guess they just like fuck it. Like we can't control it.
They're like, yeah, we just like, yeah, just let him hit
But
him.
yeah,
let him hate
was
himself.
there was one that was removed. but I
Yeah.
guess now there's like whatever we can't.
No, it's bad.
Really?
I have a buddy who does like TikTok and shit, and then like they have like the filters and all that shit, and then after they're done, they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, "Holy fuck, I'm disgusted."
Really?
It's so bad. I do not like filters at all.
Well, something that TikTok does is if someone uses a filter, the name's in the corner, so then you know that they're using a filter. But there's still people that like can film
They can
somewhere else
edit
and
it out.
upload it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
for most that are using a filter, it'll say that they're using a filter.
There's that one where it was like this pretty girl, and then it was like this really cute Asian girl, and it turned out that it was a 53-year-old man from
The
Japan.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But you saw like the one that was like.
And they caught him, and he had really nice hair, so everybody thought it was, they thought it was legit. And yeah, there were like all these guys simping for this girl, and it's actually a 50-year-old man. Like the meme is real.
I had a buddy who would only voice call me on Snapchat.
Yeah.
That way they could have a filter on because they didn't want to see themselves otherwise. Like it is bad. And it's not just for girls either. It's not just for girls. It's for guys as well. Like I genuinely think that filters are going to, this might be a boomer tag. I genuinely think filters are going to obliterate like the youth's mental health. 100%, because they see how all these people like Jesus fuck.
Yeah, and like not even just for people using it on themselves. Like sometimes I'll like, you know those pictures where it's like a female celebrity and one's like her on like the runway and the other's hers like going to Starbucks and
Her like, and she's like fat and she's not wearing
but like
any makeup.
she still looks normal. And then like I'll see these comments like, oh, see, she's disgusting. But on the real one, she still looks normal. And I'm just like,
yeah.
Are you guys gonna go out in life and just think every person you see is like disgusting and just like be unhappy?
Do you really want the answer to that?
Well, I know the answer to
Yeah,
that. It's
that's
just
exactly
sad
what
because
they're gonna
I
do.
feel like it's hurting the people that like feed into that.
But yeah, she doesn't look like the girls in anime. What an ugly bitch. Exactly. You know,
Spoiler.
that's how they are, right? It's just nuts. I mean, I feel like a lot of guys are like that now. You know, like people are so conditioned for like these expectations that it's just
Yeah, or like I'll see like on Twitter or something. It'll be this girl that's like posed, like her face is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, even then the picture's edited and the comments will be like mid. I'm like,
Yep.
then what is like?
What do you want?
I just feel bad for them, like, cause they're just never gonna be happy.
It's like, yeah, okay, you want to see like a real girl? Okay, here it is. And it's a fucking picture. It's a fucking 2D girl or something like that. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
There was a South Park episode on that. Did you see that?
No, is it recent?
I think it was pretty recent. I think it was Butters. He was one of them. Also, yo, Jay, check out my Twitter and pull up the photo of Asma. Crazy, by the way.
I just tweeted it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's like,
What'd you do to him?
oh, I made him. He looks no different than he does in real life. He looks entirely the same. Yeah, Butters is walking around.
Okay.
Not crazy. Like you zoom in at all, dude.
The crazy thing is, like, if you didn't know who Asmon was, you might look at this picture and they'd be like, "That's a real person."
Yep.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's crazy.
The eyebrows are like way more bushy too.
Oh yeah, I made it thick. Yeah, I thickened
Yeah,
that shit the
holy
fuck
shit,
up,
that's
bro.
crazy.
And that took me like 40 seconds to do, bro. It's crazy.
But to be fair, this guy still looks like he does drugs in a van.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah,
So it's
but-
like you can't get away from it. You try. It's like the only difference is it went from doing fentanyl to only doing ketamine.
Yeah, but that's a dude who I would want to do drugs in a van with.
Yeah.
That would be dope, dude.
That's nuts.
But yeah, Butters is walking around with like this one chick,
Mm-hmm.
and you know she's like obviously like very overweight, face super deformed.
Yeah.
But he just carries around this photo of her on Instagram, and he's like, guys, check out my girlfriend, check out my girlfriend. They're like, oh my god, wow, she's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so bad, dude. I don't know, I hate it.
I think that like people are just gonna have to get used to looking the way they look, and if you can't come to terms with that, that's your problem. And at the end of the day, you can't live in a fantasy world, at least not yet. And so you're just gonna have to acknowledge it, right? I mean, it's like you can't protect people from it because.
I mean, people won't do that though because everyone else
Yeah.
is doing it. So then they're like, "Well, I have to do that too."
Well, exactly, right? But there's not that you can't do it. It's just that you have to know and have that healthy disconnect. And it's like you can't just prevent everybody from photoshopping themselves effectively. It's just what's going to happen. It's the same with makeup or anything else. I mean, that's just life.
I know a lot of people as well who are like, oh, I want to be like beautiful like the people I see online. And then they like get surgery to like, you know, clean it up here, put some extra shit here,
Most
get
of the
bigger
people
there.
that
Most of those surgeries don't.
I think if you spend a lot of money, they could.
Yeah, they can,
Yeah.
but in general, most of those like unnecessary cosmetic surgeries do not go back.
Yeah, I had a really weird experience where the first person I ever met with like fake boobs was like, I think like a year ago.
Well, fake boobs usually like.
But not these ones.
Oh.
Because, well, okay, first of all, they were wearing like pretty conservative clothing. Like they were all covered up. But then like I gave them a hug and it was like fucking, it was fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Like that was weird as fuck.
it depends on the girl. It depends on how. Like, there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that stuff, by the way. Like, if people feel like they need that to be
Well, I
comfortable.
don't give a fuck what somebody does. You want
100%.
to put some shit in your body? Like, that's not. I don't care. Not putting it in my body. I don't care.
I want to make sure that change comes from them wanting to and them not thinking they have to in order to be beautiful and like acceptable.
It usually is the latter though.
I know.
Oh, yeah, no, they
I
do.
know.
And it's like somebody gets like 18 different plastic surgeries and they think they finally look beautiful. Nah, bitch, you look like a lizard. Like, that's just a fact.
I think most plastic surgeries are so subtle you wouldn't even notice, but the ones
Yeah,
like where
you're
it
right.
goes that far is usually like there's some kind of like mental illness there.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Like they've, or like so, you know.
I will admit, I've gotten cosmetic surgery before, and it made me very.
What'd you get?
I had a mole on my head. I got it sliced off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't really think of that when people say like plastic surgery.
Oh, well, I'm also thinking about getting. I'm probably not gonna do this. I was thinking about getting. I think it's not lipo. It's Botox. Thinking about
Why?
getting from my fucking forehead.
No.
It's
don't
wrinkly,
let-
bro. It's wrinkly.
Dude, that's normal.
Is
You know-
it?
You know what
That's
happened?
part of life.
My forehead, like I have no wrinkles, no signs of aging anywhere except my fucking my head.
Yeah.
My hair. But like my forehead has like a bit of wrinkles on it now, and the reason why is because I straight up am doing that. Like by the time I'm 50, I'm gonna have like it's gonna be like this, man. It's gonna be so bad.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm moving my eyebrows all the time.
Maybe I just don't like can't relate since like I don't have the forehead thing. Whenever people talk about like the forehead crinkles, I'm like, bro, that's literally the most normal thing. Like I've seen like super young people with forehead wrinkles. Like it's so normal. I don't think anyone's like, ew, forehead wrinkles. That's so ugly. I feel like it's worse to like, you know, like freeze your forehead and your eyebrows and never be able to move them again.
Yeah. No, but it's just because like in anime they don't have wrinkles, so I'm
Oh
not
my
used to it.
God.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 'cause, like in the pictures, like it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like this drawing, you know, this drawn character doesn't have this, so I shouldn't have it either.
I agree. See, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Like I've never really thought about doing that. I thought about getting a hair transplant, but I've seen people in real life with hair transplants. Sometimes they don't look good. It looks like
Oh,
a
really?
chia pet. Yeah, it
I've
doesn't
never,
look super
I don't think
good.
I've ever seen one in real life. Maybe it's gonna
I was supposed to get a hair transplant with Miz. I didn't want one. I did not want one. I was doing it because he wanted to do it, and he said, "Do you want to do it with me?" And if somebody wants me to do some shit, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down for anything."
Yeah.
But I think they're probably pretty good. You know, if you
It
just gotta spend a
depends
lot of
on
money.
what it is. Like to me, I just don't really give that much of a fuck. And it's like, you know, Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that guy's a badass. And,
He's
like,
dope.
he had a skullet. He didn't have a
That's
mullet, he had a
true.
skullet. Like that. I don't think that matters at all.
That's a real American.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
I feel like a hair transplant is like such like a small thing that can boost someone's confidence that doesn't like change how they look entirely. So I don't like see a problem with that.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. Like I wouldn't want to change. Like I think that personally, it's like whenever you start changing yourself, it's just like that's the beginning and it's not the end. Because once you find one thing wrong with yourself and you solve that, then there's something else wrong or there's something else after that.
I can see that happening with some people, but I think
Yeah.
for some people they have like one thing about themselves that's always like bugged them, like maybe like a mole or like
Yeah.
their teeth are crooked, and then when they fix that, then like they don't think about it.
Oh my!
I had that problem.
My teeth are fucked.
Like my teeth used to be like really big and like I used to be like really buck toothed, and then they all fell out. So like now it's not an issue. And
Sick.
so yeah, teeth problem is solved. And yeah, like if you look at pictures of me when I was like 18, oh my god, I looked like a fucking horse.
Do you have photos?
I have photos of them.
But I need to see those. That's fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, absolutely. I have plenty of them. Like I posted them online, and yeah, I look totally different. Like with my mouth at least.
Hmm.
And so it's like, yeah, you know, things like that just have a way of working themselves out.
Yeah, I 1,000,000% have gingivitis.
Really?
100%.
What's that gum disease?
All I know is my mouth bleeding a lot. So I'm like brushing my teeth. Like that was a wake up call for me.
That's floss.
I am. I'm water flossing, water picking, which is every single time I do it, it's like a horror film
Dude,
comes out of my mouth.
I fucking love flossing. Like, it just makes my mouth feel so clean.
Like my mouth has changed where whenever I eat steak, and this shit is driving me fucking insane. There's these two teeth, and then steak gets wedged in between my two teeth back there, and then it hurts, and I can feel my teeth separating, and then my gums swell up. And unless I fucking push it out, it is awful.
You gotta eat on the other side of your mouth.
It's hard. it's hard to only eat on one side because then my jaw gets tired on one side and then it starts clicking and I feel like an old fucking man. I have a dentist early June. I'm getting like I still have my wisdom teeth. I'm getting all my wisdom teeth removed because holy shit, I can't take it anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
Asthma. It's bad. It's bad.
I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, for sure. Bathroom break.
Okay, so like I had the same thing, right? Whenever I first went to the dentist, they told me it would be 50 grand. To fix
What
my
the
teeth.
fuck?
Wait, well, huh?
Yeah,
How?
$50,000 to get all of my
That
teeth.
costs
fixed.
more than veneers, like just to start fucking over. What the hell?
Well, it was like to get a lot of them fixed and like get like bridges and preserve the
God.
ones that existed at the time, right? And I remember it's actually one of the reasons why I started streaming. It's like I'm not making enough money. I got to stream to pay for this. So I started streaming. That's what one of the big reasons for it was. And anyway, so I did that, and it's like, man, that was fucking brutal. But the truth is, like now, like I would get like I've gotten like multiple root canals, and like it's just completely painless.
How is a root canal painless?
They just put the thing that makes you numb, and then they do it, and then it's like, okay, they're like, well, you're done now.
Okay, because I was horrified of that.
No, they don't like it's actually not a big deal. Like they just turn the pain off.
Okay, because like when I used to go, the last time, full disclosure, the last time I went to the dentist was like when I was in like 8th, 9th grade probably.
Yeah.
They would take this scraper and they'd be like, fucking mouth like gushing blood. Like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? And I'm like, fuck yes, it hurts, dumbass.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my mouth? It's fucking horrible, dude.
God.
And then like I can barely breathe through my nose.
My nose is also cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you breathe even a little bit or no?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. And
Is
like,
that like the deviated septum or whatever it's called?
that's what I've been told. I've never gotten it checked out.
Apparently, you have to get a nose job to fix that.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, like I'm being serious.
Okay. But like, I don't know how I'm supposed to breathe, like, while they're doing their thing. Like,
I remember whenever I heard the term mouth breather as an insult, and I was like,
No, but I've heard people say if you can't breathe through your nose, there's like a nose job for it that doesn't even like really change the way it looks, and then you can just breathe perfectly fine forever.
that would be cool because I heard a study that if you get a nose job, there's like a 2% mortality rate, and that scared me. And I don't.
2%?
Yeah, and I don't know.
Pretty
if that's,
good.
I don't know if that's real.
That's way higher than I would have thought.
That's what. Once again,
It's like 1 in 50 people.
that is what
Yeah.
I have heard. It could be wrong. It's probably wrong. I did not fact check it
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
probably wrong.
Can you Google that, Jay? Mortality rate of deviated septum surgery? Cool, because it could just be bullshit. Because there's this kung fu technique to like kill people where you like punch like their nose upwards. And I was like, okay.
You think that's what it is? That's what they do? They're like, all right, let's fix this shit. Bop! All right.
Shit, I don't fucking know, man.
They do break it and like put it in the right spot.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So weird.
So
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I had a content creator when I was hanging out. Oh wait, hold on, what is
It
this?
says 1 in 10,000. 1 in 10,000.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be that one.
Wait, rhinoplasty death rate is 5 to 7. There's no way.
Imagine that. See that? Imagine that. Imagine
There's
that.
no way. The next one says 1 in 10,000. Those just don't match.
Yep.
One of those is wrong.
So exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but which one is it?
Probably the 1 in 10,000 is the true one.
Okay, well see, I'm not trying to take that risk.
Dude, if it was 7% for a nose job, I feel like no one would get them.
I think that people would.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they would.
Oh my
Yep.
There's a
God.
lot of people that like they have a big problem with their nose. Like I feel like mine's fine. I don't really give a shit. But
Yep.
some people just absolutely hate it.
How would you even die from a nose job? Like, it's not like open heart
Oh, I don't
surgery.
know.
Break of the bone, and then it shatters and it pierces your brain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Your
her
lungs filled with
lungs
blood?
filled with blood.
Well, that sounds bad.
What?
That sounds awful.
That's why I'm
Wow,
not
that
doing that.
sucks.
Her lungs filled. Okay.
That's why I'm not doing that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I'm not getting
You know
any
what?
of
Just
this.
breathe through your mouth. Tectone, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
So here's the amazing content idea I had.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, I've had some incredible ideas.
All right. What are
And Soda, I had an idea so good yesterday that Soda was like, holy shit, Tectone, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We're doing that immediately. I don't even know if I should say that on here, because it's going to be the next Trash Talk tournament,
Okay.
which I'm hoping we're all doing, because it's, yeah, I won't talk about it, because you should be there.
Oh, no.
You both should be there. It would be
Oh, no.
fucking sick.
I'm sure I'll be there. It'll probably be next door.
Like, Cameron, mute this.
That's so good.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
wait. So 4 people per team. So
Yep.
it'd be like 16 people.
No, 2 teams, just head to head.
That's so good.
Hmm?
We have to be on the same team.
Yep.
3 of us.
That would be
Who would
nasty.
Who would be our 4th?
Probably Lucari.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick as
That would-
fuck.
That's such a good idea.
Yep. I was so happy because
Fuck.
in case you guys don't know, so here's how ideas with me work. I say 500 of them, and 3 of them are good.
Yeah. That's smart. That works.
That's a really good idea. I'm hyped.
Hi guys. Big FaceTime. Oh yeah. What's up? I'm exhausted. Going to bed. It's been 15 or 16 hours. I have no idea. Took breaks in there. Oh yeah, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. I started at I think 12 midnight. So it's been 14 and a half hours. So gonna stop here, and I want to say thank you for paying attention to me. I love you. I love you. Tomorrow I'll be more shaved and a little bit more presentable. I took a day off yesterday, and I was just like, I'm not even going to shave today. I shave every single day. I'm going to take a break from even that. But then I worked for 14 hours. Like, I had the night off before, but I didn't have the next night off. I had to work last night. So, but anyways, I really enjoyed this. I got 7 2-hour videos, which is super fucking good. And I mean, as you can see, they went up, and as time goes by, I'm sure they'll be ignored and whatever. But as we go here, I'm going to remind you that you have been watching Skycat Live. And if you wish to donate, come to skycat.live and click on the cat's face to donate. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for the care. And I will be back tonight to do another session after I sleep. So I love you guys, and you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tonight. Peace.